report. The gun is the voice of so many ringing songs that leave us crying. No joy, only voice. No choice to bring us to our knees, begging for life, love, yet we sing shots of cruel power where agency comes from crushing each other. Facts. Facts. So, I wanted to look at solving the problem. Because what this comes from, and it was clear yesterday in an interview with a reporter, how do we deal with people who don't care? That is what we have. How do we get people to care who don't care? So where we've come to is that the individual is more important than the greater good. We've come to that there's only the individual, and the greater good no longer matters. It doesn't even factor in. And when we say the greater good doesn't matter, we are actually saying that God doesn't matter. But this is where we are. So I started looking, because that's my nature, to keep on looking. Where are we? And I came up with some facts. We're obsessed with our stories. Obsessed with our stories. We're identified with our stories. We're projecting motives, attitudes, feelings, and actions. We're disregarding facts or selectively picking and choosing the facts that serve our story, making everyone other than ourselves an object, a prop that makes our story right. We're repeating that story, that same story, until we and everyone else believes it and believes us. We and everyone else accept our story just to get us to be quiet. We're focusing outwards, using all 5 senses so that we can say anything and change the story whenever we want to meet our needs of the moment. We are masquerading emotionality as rational, as true, as authentic, and as our deepest place. We are trumping others emotionally so as to get the upper hand, to get the power. We are dueling narratives as a way to communicate and remain in power, so that all communication is just about power. We are abstracting our experiences into stories we can live with and never feel. We are abstracting our experiences into one easily spun descriptor. I am whatever you want to put in there. And that's it. So that we have particularized the individual into the shallowest and narrowest and nothingest that we can possibly be, so that we don't have to feel, we don't have to be responsible, we do not have to do anything, and especially we don't have to care. Those are the facts. That's the reality. That's what's out there. So this is where we need to be. Reflecting. We have to turn in and really feel what it is we do from someone else's perspective. From the perspective of looking at it from outside, with no excuses, mitigation, just the facts, without picking and choosing and without changing the motivation. We need to be acknowledging the facts. We need to be feeling for someone else over ourselves. Now, that doesn't mean you find someone else who has an equally insincere emotional story and then you feel for them. it has to be real. It has to be valid. It has to be true. Stopping listening to our story and the opinion and the editorial that we so willingly expound. Stopping projecting. Have to say what we do what we accuse others of doing. So that if someone is emotionally upset, it may be real. Stopping buying each other's stories and emotionality. Stop the contract agreement. I'll buy your story if you buy mine. How many relationships are based on that? Seeking the truth on all levels. All levels. All levels. Therefore, looking at motivations, vibrations, all levels, till we reach not a level of dissociative silence or static, but that we reach a level of sattva, of understanding and clarity. Digging down to the bottom experience and not stopping at the superficial emotional level or even any emotional level. So people will go their top level emotional level, and they think they get to the next level emotional level, and they think they've gotten there. Emotions are emotions. They are not the solution. Not solving the problem. Not solving the problem. Willing to listen to what actually arises from our experiences within. No censoring, no, oh my God, I can't, this can't fit. No. Actually listening to what arises. If we're going to continue to have freedom of speech, we need to do that within. Saying where we really are articulating where we really are as opposed to trying to get some sop across. If we actually speak the truth and articulate it, at least in here, and at least to ourselves, we can in fact move forward. We will not then be at the mercy of the lies that we perpetuate to ourselves. We need to have a 360-degree perspective, willing to see ourselves on all sides. What do they really think of me? What does it look like to them? How did they get to that feeling? Instead of just throwing out blame and hurt. Allowing for the evolving of our experiences and what arises from them as we dig deeper, never resting on an apparent solution. Never resting on an apparent, I got it now, I got it. I got it. You don't have it. We don't have it until we're done. Willing to then evolve. Stopping repeating the same story at the same depth. You're boring, we're boring for ourselves and everyone else. The show was canceled and we didn't get the memo. Owning, mastering, and then transcending. Everyone wants to jump to transcending without ever articulating, really owning, and really mastering. I'm done now. Nope, not. Can it just brush over, wash over? Can it just kind of just blow over? Nope. Nope. And there you have it. Where we are and where we need to be.